Quick disclaimer, this video was sponsored by EC30, but as always, all opinions are 100% our own. After traveling around the world for several years and seeing the impact that humans have had on our planet, and side note, it's usually not a very positive impact, we have become incredibly passionate about learning how we can personally reduce our own footprint. Whether that's through simple things that we can eliminate from our lifestyle or products that we can purchase to help us make better choices, we love sharing what we've learned with you. And we've just discovered a company that is making zero waste products that are unlike anything you've ever seen. One of the many things we love about van life is how much it simplifies our world and shows us our impact on the environment around us, from our energy consumption to our water usage, even to the products that we're using, because we see exactly where that goes once we're done using them. And the really cool thing about this day and age is a lot of companies are actually starting to listen to consumers who want to make more mindful choices. So we're really excited to be partnering with a company that's doing just that. Alright, so in my hands right now, I am holding 8 different products, which when you really think about it is kind of crazy. And they are all from the same brand, EC30. And EC stands for Enlightened Clean, which you'll start to kind of understand why it's called that in just a moment. So EC30 has essentially 2 different product lines. There's home care and self-care. And in the home care line, we've got laundry detergent, toilet bowl cleaner, surface cleaner, and hand wash. And over here in the self-care, we've got shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and face wash. But the first thing that you'll likely notice is that unlike traditional products, there are no plastic bottles, no plastic packaging. And one thing I should point out before going any further is the packaging these products are in is fully compostable, hence zero waste. The way that EC30 has eliminated the need for plastic packaging is by, get this, cutting out the water. So you as the consumer actually add the water yourself. So the major benefit that we all see as consumers is that there's no plastic bottles now going into the landfill for 100 million years. The bigger point I want to make here is that because this whole table isn't filled with plastic bottles full of heavy liquids, these are able to be shipped and transported with a much smaller carbon footprint than your typical products. Now, I want to open these products up and show you how they work because it's likely that they are unlike anything you've ever seen before. So, let's get started. As I already mentioned, EC30 has a variety of products, but today we're going to highlight just 3 of them. Their hand wash, their surface cleaner, and their laundry detergent. Now, we really love those 3 products because they are great for travel, whether you are in a camper van like we are, or whether you want to go on a flight and you don't want to have to deal with TSA and liquid regulations. So let's dive in and let's start with the hand wash first. So there are these little tins that help keep the product dry when you don't want it to get wet, which is most of the time. And this is essentially what all of the products look like. They have a stamp on it indicating what the use is for. So this one says hand, so hand wash. And all we're going to do is add water. So let's get started. Just a little bit of water goes a long way. And lather, lather, lather. And that little tab has already disappeared in my hands. And it is super soapy, has lathered right up really nicely. You can never get your hands too clean, can you? Alright. So it feels just like a regular soap and honestly is quite impressive. That little tiny tab turned into this big, nice, luxurious lather. I'm gonna rinse it off. And now I need a towel, but my hands are all clean. So these little guys are super handy, especially for traveling, whether you're camping or traveling internationally, anywhere you want to keep your hands clean, which should be everywhere. All right, our next experiment is with their surface cleaner. Now, it's been really important to us for a while to have natural surface cleaners in our home and in our van. But unlike some of these big bottles that create a lot of waste, which again are going to last like forever in the landfill, the product that EC30 has created is not only a natural cleaner, but it eliminates the waste. These tabs are 100% active ingredients, so all they need is water, which we already have in this bottle. And we're gonna put them in. I guess you kind of have to like fold them and push them in there. And whoa, zoom in because that just dissolved in like an instant. All right, let's do the second one. Let's see if you can see this one. I plop it in there, and as soon as it touches the water, it just dissolves. It's kind of hard to see it through this amber colored bottle, but it's kind of like when cotton candy hits your tongue and it just like disappears. That's essentially what just happened. It's kind of cool. All right, so we'll screw this baby on, shake it up, and now it's time to clean. I'm channeling my inner Monica from Friends, and this feels very satisfying. So after a big meal or after Ben makes me breakfast in bed, hint hint, we can clean up and we don't have to worry about chemicals being used in this very tiny space, which is kind of a big concern of ours. And we also won't have to worry about creating a ton of unnecessary waste. Another thing that's really nice about these products is look how small they are compared to, you know, your typical cleaner. And in a tiny space like a van, you know, that really does make a difference. One other thing I should point out is that EC30 does not use any preservatives, no fillers, no stabilizers, no phosphates, no parabens, and no chlorine bleach. I think I remember them all. So this surface cleaner lasts for 1 week. You can use it day after day, but after a week it does lose some of its potency just because they don't add preservatives. So keep that in mind. The last product from EC30 that we're going to showcase today is their zero waste laundry detergent. Now, as you can imagine, we do not have a washer or dryer in our camper van. So how do we do laundry, you ask? Well, there are a few different options. You know, a lot of times we actually wear the same clothes over and over again, but there comes a point where they don't tend to smell so nice, so we need to take care of that. And one way is to wash clothes in our nice big sink, which works pretty well. But if we want to do a real actual load of laundry, we might find a laundromat along the road, for which we need to bring our own detergent. And every once in a while, we like to spoil ourselves and rent an Airbnb for a night where we might do a couple loads of laundry, have a nice hot steamy shower, you know, do all the things that you can't do in such a tiny place as a van. But a lot of times at Airbnbs, they might not even have laundry detergent, or it might be that really super smelly fragrance type of detergent. So we a lot of times like to bring our own anyway. So we're going to show you exactly how EC30's zero waste laundry tabs work. But as you probably have gathered by now, we can't show you how it works inside our van. So we're going to have to take a little trip to show you how it's done. And it's laundry time. So instead of using a big jug like this, we've got this small packet of laundry tabs that dissolve in the water. All right, let's open up this box and see what they look like. All right, so similar to the hand wash and all the other products, they are tabs that will dissolve when they hit the water, but as you can see, they're a lot bigger. The instructions say to use 1 tab for a small load or 2 tabs for a large load, and you better believe we've got a large load. The steps for using these laundry tabs are incredibly easy. All you have to do is add the laundry tab to your washer, then add your dirty clothes, turn it on, and voila! And our laundry is all done. It has a really light scent, nothing overpowering. And one other little eco tip we have is instead of using dryer sheets, which have microplastics, we like to opt for these all-natural wool balls that can be used over and over and over again. After traveling extensively in Southeast Asia and seeing plastic waste wash up time and time again on the beaches, or even just hiking in our own backyard in the Pacific Northwest and seeing plastic bottles and wrappers alongside the trail, our hearts break for what humans are doing to this planet. And honestly, we're part of the problem. I mean, it's nearly impossible to make the perfect choice every single time. So it is super inspiring and refreshing to see a company like EC30 making so many products zero waste and making them accessible to regular people like you and me. And while EC30 is not perfect, nor do they claim to be, they are doing some big things. They're listening to consumers who want to be able to make more conscious choices in their daily lives. And they are, being super transparent about what ingredients are in each of their products and what the purpose of those ingredients is. They're also, making improvements and changes to the products as the technology and as the resources arise. So we're super excited to see a company like this, and it makes me really hopeful about what's in store for our future. I mean, think about if you didn't need to buy a big plastic jug every couple months. What would that look like over the course of a year or 2 years? And think about if everyone on your street stopped buying big plastic jugs. I mean, there are choices that we can make, and seeing product lines arise that make it easier for us to make better choices is just really empowering and really exciting to me. For more responsible travel tips or van life inspiration, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and head down to the description where we have a link to a huge roundup of a ton more eco-friendly travel products. Also, if you have any questions about EC30 or these products that we mentioned in this video today, comment below. We'd love to try to answer your questions. We also have a link to the products themselves so that you can check them out in more detail. I hope this video was informative and maybe even a little inspirational. Hopefully you came away with some tips for how you can reduce waste in your own life. I know for me personally, I am far from perfect, and so reducing my impact is something that I'm constantly trying to work on and to learn more about. So I need a reminder as much as anyone else out there. But I think it's pretty empowering knowing that even the small decisions like what you choose to use in your home or on your face and body can make a really big difference. They're little choices, sure, but those little choices add up day after day after day, and they really do make a big difference.